What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and here we are on a, not really that early, but on a Sunday talking about the Xbox Showcase. We're going to watch it live. Let me do the countdown. It should be maybe like 30 seconds too slow, but we're here to talk about, whatever you guys want to regarding the event. We'll do some last-minute predictions. We can talk a little bit about Persona and Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, which both of those obviously are going to appear here, and then we'll watch the show together. So it's going to be an absolute blast. I hope it's good. Like I said before, all I really want is to see maybe like 3 to 5. Well, you got the Starfields of the world, obviously, and just show me Fable, show me Avowed, show me Hellblade, and give a date. And if you want to do after that, if you want to do State of Decay or Stalk or any of those things, are honestly, for me, kind of like a cherry on top. Really, those 4 exclusives are what I'm looking forward to. And then if you want to do third parties, just hit us with Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, just over and over and over again. Give us as many Game Pass games as humanly possible. So that's what I'm hoping happens. And as long as that happens, which Persona I think was a good example or a good preview, that that's going to be the theme, obviously, right? Is they're going to get probably a couple big third-party games kind of locked down on Game Pass, which to have Persona 3 remake, which is basically like a Persona 5, remade like Persona 5, to have that on Game Pass is incredible. Yep, Hi-Fi Rush DLC, that definitely seems like it's going to happen as well. Trying to think, has there been any other signs? Like Cyberpunk, Persona for sure. Hi-Fi Rush definitely looks like it's getting DLC, so like why wouldn't it be at this show? I don't know, has there been anything else that's kind of like come out there since the last little while? This is going to be a defining moment for the Xbox brand. I hope so. I don't want to get myself too pumped up, right? Because as we even saw with the PlayStation Showcase, that was 2 years since their last one, and that one was pretty bad. It had its moments. It certainly had its moments, but they need to do another PlayStation Showcase. But it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that this is going to be like incredible. But I don't know. Like, you already have Starfield. See, like, if they don't have Hellblade, that would be a blunder similar to PlayStation, like not having, it's not the same, but like PlayStation not having like a Stellar Blade and things like that. For Xbox to not have Hellblade, it's like it's the same kind of theme. So I hope that game's there. We know Avowed and Fable, and I think the reason like Jez Corden and people like that say those things is because those are the far out games, right? How Avowed, Fable, State of Decay. You can maybe throw in like Indiana Jones, like that kind of group is like next year, mid next year, late next year, or further. Whereas Hellblade should be this year, late this year, or very early next year. So Hellblade should be a lock that it's there. So yeah. Alex, what's going on, man? Please let there be some good games. Agreed. I wish the Persona stuff would have been a surprise. Yeah, that would have been, to see. I don't know how impressed. Like I love the cast of Persona 5. So Strikers, I thought was awesome. I love Strikers. I love the story of Strikers. And then Tactica, like seeing them back again, the group, hearing them is like, okay, that's awesome. Am I gonna love the game as much as I love Persona 5 and Persona 5 Strikers? Probably not. But Persona 3, when it came out on Persona 3 Portable, see, I've never played it ever. So I played about an hour and a half of it on Xbox when it came out, and I was digging it a little bit, and then I was also like, I don't know if I want to put in like 100 hours onto this thing. And then I had already heard those rumors that 3 was going to get remade. So I was like, because I'm not fully invested and I'm not too far into it, I'm going to quit. And I did. I stopped playing, and I said, I'm going to wait for the remake. So the remake is when I will, from start to finish, play it and hopefully love it. I think I'll like it. I just have to actually play it. Atlas did an oopsie. Yeah, that person's fired. That person is totally fired. I think it'll be a little awkward to show. I hope somebody's, but no, I mean, like, are these things pre-recorded? That's the thing. I think they're already pre-recorded, so they can't make like Jeff when he does like the Game Awards and Summer Game Fest. He can make kind of jokes about, hey, you saw the leaks, or hey, good thing you didn't see the leaks, like stuff like that. I don't think these showcases can do it because they were already recorded ahead of time. So I think they're just going to naturally show it from Atlas, and, it'll be a little awkward, I think, seeing it together with us, but it'll still look cool. Is the showcase worth watching as a PlayStation user or all first-party games? No, I think, so what they'll do is they'll have their first-party games. They'll have third-party games that are on Game Pass, which I think is worth it for the Xbox ecosystem. But then I do think they'll have, like the Persona announcement, right? So Persona 3 Remake or Reload and Persona 5 Tactica are both Game Pass games, but they announced them, and they're coming out on Switch and PlayStation as well. So if you're into Persona, you're not into Xbox, it's coming out on Game Pass. It's better, I think, for the Xbox ecosystem than anything else, but you got the announcement, right? So I think there'll be a couple, like seeing Cyberpunk, right? If people are fans of Cyberpunk for Phantom Liberty, I don't think there's any exclusivity, is there, for Xbox? But they're going to show it. So it'll be something to watch. And I think they'll do maybe like, oh God, well, it depends. Maybe like 3 to 5, right? More that we don't know about. I'm sure we'll get like a new announcement. When you look at PlayStations, they only did, well, like Spider-Man, yeah, they had some other ones that were like those first-party shooter ones that weren't that interesting to me, or like a marathon. But so many of PlayStations were not exclusive, right? So like to see Alan Wake, to see Assassin's Creed, you don't have to be a PlayStation fan for that, right? They did something for, I guess, everybody. I'm a big fan of podcasts now. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it, buddy. I know it's a lot to ask for, but Corsica playable missions. Hi, Alex. Hope you're having a great day today. So I wrote it on a sticky note. Tonight, I'm going to play the Lies of P demo, and I also am going to play something else that I don't think I can talk about. So I'll do both of those. Oh, and I think Final Fantasy 16, the demo, is coming out today, so I'll probably also try Final Fantasy 6. I'm going to try 2 demos and a game. That's my hope. Bob Brandon, hello. Indiana Jones, I personally don't think so. I don't think so, but, well, it's like seeing Fable does give me hope for Indiana Jones, because I feel like there's somewhat, yet again, I think Fable was in the works way longer than Indiana Jones. So it's not impossible, because of the movie makes it, this is like the best time, even though the movie doesn't seem like it's all that good, which is not all that surprising. But this is a good time for it. But I don't know. Just because it's a good time for it doesn't mean that they'll do it. Do we see the Indiana Jones? The movie comes out this month, yeah. Yep. I'm not going to see the movie, to be honest with you. I'm ready for this trash. All right, well, one thing we're not going to do, Bill, is we're not going to do a console warrior thing. We're here excited for Xbox, just like we were excited for PlayStation, just like we were excited for Summer Game Fest. So let's all... we can be critical, but let's not be a fanboy warrior. We're not here for that. I'm definitely not. I'm not going to put up with it. I love Persona 3. I bet. I know. I got to play it. I'm going to wait until the remake. One quick ask, and you know what? Normally, for those that maybe have just come in for this, I should get the links. If you guys haven't left a like yet, please do. Very helpful. Help the algorithm. You know how many other people are streaming this today. And I'm also going to periodically, and I'll do it once right now, I'm going to post links for my 3rd channel, trying to get it as high up, trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to I have a 2nd channel, Podcast Now Plus. I have 3 channels in all. So, these 3 channels, if you want to support them, subscribe, all that jazz. Hey, Alex, are you going to stream the Capcom? No, I'm not going to stream the Cap. Only because of the time. I think it's at 4 o'clock my time. So that I may make a video like Dragon's Dogma. I'm super pumped for Dragon's Dogma 2. If there's anything Resident Evil that kind of catches us off guard, I'll cover that. But I'm not gonna stream it just because of the time, and I got to make food and we got to eat and stuff. There's still some structure. What's up, Alex? Toothpaste Juice, hello. I'm buying an Xbox S this summer. Nice. Did you see Sony won't be at Gamescom? Yep. I don't know if that means they'll do another showcase because Sony just has pulled out of everything, right? They don't do Gamescoms. They don't do E3s when there were E3s. So I don't think that means anything because I think they would pull out a Gamescom no matter what. Or just, I mean, they're not even pulling out. They're just not going. They're just saying we're not going to be there. Anything Fallout remasters. Yeah, Fallout is a good one. Oh, well, I mean, obviously we'll get the Gears of War collection. I think is a pretty likely one. Do you think, Alex, that because there's always I don't like Fallout 4 personally, but there's always been that rumor of the Fallout 4 remaster, like next gen upgrade thing, that maybe that would get like a shadow drop. I know like Mr. Matty Plays talks about it a lot. I don't really pay attention to that rumor just because I don't care, but that could be something big, right? Some sort of Fallout thing. Hi, Alex, Scotty Fitness. What's going on? Last Xbox showcase, I won a Stranger Things Xbox Series S. How'd you do that? Did they do a promote? I don't remember if they did like a promotion. I'm just here for the console wars. Please don't. Please no. Well, there could be deluded Xbox fanboys, but that doesn't matter. People are just excited. Just same thing for the Sony one. There were people that were just into PlayStation, you know. It's just what it is. Like I said, I really don't understand. Not necessarily you, but I don't understand the Xbox versus play. Like, yeah, Xbox has had a struggle with like first party games, but like Hi-Fi Rush is my favorite game of the year. So it's not like they have no games. And then also in a year from now, when they do have Hellblade, Starfield, Avowed, like that's a good amount of stuff. And I highly doubt Hellblade will be bad. I think it'll be great. Starfield could definitely not be amazing, that's for sure, but it could be also. And Avowed, I actually think Avowed has a pretty high likelihood of being really, really good. So, like, I think just within the next year, just if you release those three, and I guess there's Forza, right? But just those three I said, I think is enough to change some opinions. And then if people go after it without reason, then it is just a fanboy thing. So yeah, I mean, I just play games. I just go where the games are. That's all. How long will it last? 2 hours. 2 hours. I believe on Reddit they said the official length is 1 hour and 52 minutes. 2 hours of Starfield. Hello, just quick here. Hello, Sir Axis. What's going on? Alex, did you see another showcase rumor from reliable sources? No. I've seen people like suggest there could be. I haven't seen anybody say 100% there's gonna be. Maybe Sony has nothing else to show. No, I think they well, considering they did Spider-Man 2 weeks later and gave the release date, I think they did have stuff to show. I don't know where Stellar Blade is. I don't know where Twisted Metal is and stuff, but yeah. As someone who heavily dislikes Microsoft, I really hope this will be a great showcase. I'm not a fan of Microsoft. I just generally like Xbox, but I don't really like Microsoft. We know bots will come with some good first party, but do you expect any surprise third party games? Yeah, I think, well, like the Persona ones would have been surprises, right? So there's 2. I think you'll get like 2 or 3 other ones, third parties. Well, Cyberpunk, does that count? It's DLC, but we already know it. I think they'll announce a couple third party. I don't know how big they'd be, but also they talked about the not 12-month thing, right? It's not all going to be within the next 12 months. So maybe they have a game for... Now, here's one thing I want to say Persona 6 is possible, but I just feel like that employee would have leaked. If there was a trailer, even a teaser trailer for Persona 6 that Xbox would have done, I think it would have been leaked with the other 2 trailers. So because it wasn't leaked, I think you're not getting Persona 6 here. I don't think there is a trailer. But there should be other things. If Yuri Wannabe becomes Wraith, then she would be safe from canon fate of police captains. But it sounds like we're going to fight her. because of their tweet yesterday. You don't rent out movie theaters for a nothing burger of a show. Is that what? Did they do that? I know Summer Game Fest you could go watch a movie, go to the movies. I've never done it. Starfield and Avowed could easily be flops. The issue is they never release games. How many times have we heard of those games and they're not out yet? Yeah, I mean, okay, that one's a little bit more fair. They could be flops, but they also could not be. I think Avowed, and again, this is a controversial thing I've said before. I think Avowed may be better than Starfield. Obsidian, I love Obsidian. They made my favorite Fallout game. So I think Avowed could actually be insanely good. Hellblade specifically, I'll fight people on. There's no way. I mean, I'll take a huge L I don't care. I truly don't care. I think Hellblade, the odds of it being bad are like 0. I think Hellblade is going to be a great game, if not like amazing, one of the better games of the year. Now I don't care about how much it sells, or maybe it doesn't perform well in that regard, or Game Pass or whatever. It always was an not indie, like a smaller-ish thing. But I'm telling you right now, there's no way Hellblade 2 is going to be bad. So, and I'll take the L if that happens. I don't care. What is it? People that say those things online, like, who even cares? In Melbourne, Australia, they had the showcase in person live at 2. Oh, I remember. Yes, you told me that last year. I remember that. Hi, are the AI Wiz. I just recently finished Jedi Survivor. I enjoyed the story other than the glitches. Yeah, I think the base story, if you just watch, I even did like a story explained where I just went over the story. I think the story is extremely good in Jedi. Yeah, the Sony show was soft for sure. It was. Could we see Tomb Raider? Ooh, that's a possibility. Why not? Why not? Maybe Tomb Raider. Yeah. Yeah, why not? There's another showcase rumor, probably the heavy hitters like Wolverine and Ghost of Tsushima too. Maybe. No doubt all the games they show, bar 2 or 3, will be available on PS5. They'll play better too. Again, Bill, why? Why you have to? I mean, I just don't understand. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, because you'll have Hi-Fi Rush isn't on PlayStation already, and that's getting DLC. Starfield won't be. Avowed won't be. Hellblade won't be. So there's 4. There's already. Fable will not be. So, Toothpaste Juice, thanks so much, buddy. Now you got the emojis. I want to do more emojis, but I'm kind of holding off a little bit. But thanks so much for joining, buddy. When do you think we see the Project 007 and Amy Hennig? Amy Hennig, I think, at D23. And 007, I honestly have no idea. I'm not hyped for Star Stutter, but Avowed. Is that what people are calling it? Avowed, Hellblade 2, and Fable. Yeah. Hellblade 2 is one of, like, if it gets a release date this year, if it comes out this year, I'm going to do a video in early July, which actually is less than a month away at this point, so it's not that far away. I'm going to rank my excitement for all the games in the second half of the year. And I can tell you, like, right now, Spider-Man 2 and Alan Wake, those two are, like, tied. I'm just as excited for Alan Wake 2 as Spider-Man. If Hellblade were to get a date and it's this year, I think Hellblade would be my number 3. I don't really... Starfield wouldn't. Assassin's Creed, even like a Texas Chainsaw, which is quite high. None of those games, I think really Hellblade. I'm just big into... Those are some of my most anticipated. I want to see Project Mara and Indiana Jones. Project Mara is possible. Avowed shows up early with gameplay. Hellblade gets a release date. Another big Game Pass game. If Fable doesn't end the show, then it ends on a big surprise. I think Fable will end the show. I think Fable ends the show. But that's a good roadmap, honestly. Zillion. Is that how you say your name? Zillion. Sorry, I didn't see the I. Isn't Ubisoft working on a Marvel game? I keep seeing it, and I'm sure I covered it at some point. So yeah, they probably are. People keep telling me, like, do you think we'll see Ubisoft's Marvel game? And it's like, I don't remember there being one, but there has to be. People wouldn't just say that. And if there is a Ubisoft Marvel game, I had to have covered it, on the should I look it up? I'll look it up on my phone. Oh, here's something I want to talk about, though. What am I looking at? Ubisoft Marvel. Ubisoft Marvel game. Maybe they are. I guess I maybe didn't cover it, or at least I'm not appearing on it. Did you guys see at Summer Game Fest? Did you see all the people talking about Foam Stars and how much they loved Foam Stars? Can you believe that? Firstly, I didn't even know Foam Stars was going to Summer Game Fest. Secondly, it's like winning like not game of the show or whatever, but people are like in love with that thing, talking about how it's different than Splatoon and it's actually like legitimately fun and cool looking. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts to me. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there. I saw the little Alan Wake thing crash. They confirmed what Ripperoo is a blocker. A couple small tidbits from Summer Game Fest, not too much. People playing like, what are people playing? Mortal Kombat. People playing Mortal Kombat. But the Foam Star thing is definitely something, right? Hi, it's hot here. Just calling off. It's 5:29 UK. I heard from a friend of mine who lives in the UK how hot it's been the last like 2 days there, and I am sorry. I hate the heat, so I relate. I absolutely hate the heat. One of my best friend's childhood favorites is Fable, and it's his birthday today. Oh, it's perfect. Tell him happy birthday from the Podcast Now community. No, I mean that is a perfect lineup. It's happening. I have a good feeling about Quantum Break 2. Oh, man. I never, I don't think I've ever played Quantum Break, but I did watch some of it, and I was never really impressed. But now that I'm more into, like, other things, I am going to play Quantum Break at some point. I just never liked the TV show or, like, the live action. I never liked that stuff. Bro, like, why come to an Xbox live stream from April? Yeah. Podcast, will Hellblade 2 be this year? I got some in my mouth. I think it's possible. I think December or early 2024. Ubisoft said tomorrow will be a big show, maybe Far Cry 7. Well, yeah, the rumor, we know Far Cry 7 is most likely in the works, right? I don't know if Far Cry 7 would make it a big show, though. Gotham Knights Game Pass, yes. If that's what you want. Now, I think that'd be, I mean, it's been a year almost, but say it comes out like in the fall. That's just for the people I think that didn't want to get Gotham Knights when it launched, which is understandable. But the people that didn't want to get Gotham Knights when it launched, then get it on Game Pass. Avowed, Persona already confirmed. Fable, Gears Collection, Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark would be interesting. Hellblade 2, Elder Scrolls 6 update. Elder Scrolls 6, I don't know. Could they give an Elder? What are they gonna say, right? Because now I don't know too much about the inner workings of Bethesda, but like isn't the Starfield team gonna work on Elder Scrolls, right? So I don't even think like Elder Scrolls is in development, is it? I could definitely be wrong, but I don't think Elder Scrolls comes out for like another 5-6-ish years. I could be wrong, so let me know. Do you think it's fair that Microsoft cry about PlayStation exclusivity, yet they've taken every Bethesda love title away? Yeah, I mean, I think they both do it. So they're both, I think, equally. I mean, Microsoft did. I feel like they started the purchasing wars back in the PS3 360 era, but now they both do it. So, like, Sony complains and they take those third-party deals. Xbox complains and they buy up the biggest ones. As I've said before, I hate all of it, so I hate it all equally. But because it happens, you just have to almost like accept it. You know what I mean? I guess you don't have to accept it. Well, you could accept it but have problems with it, I suppose, right? But that's where I'm at. I don't like exclusivity deals. I don't like monopolies, and in 5 years, these 5 companies owning everything, which is what's going to happen. Tencent, Embracer, Sony, Microsoft, and maybe something I'm forgetting. Like, that's what's going to happen. I don't like that at all. I think that's very bad, but it's going to happen. Like, I'm not going to be able to stop it. So I can talk about all I want, but I have a feeling they'll open with Hellblade 2. Oh, man. I feel, well, Hellblade 2 is so good looking and such an exciting game for me. I don't know how many people are into it. Like I said, like the original Hellblade, I think only sold like 1 or 2 million units. Like, we're not talking about a 5-10 million unit seller game, right? So as an opener, I saw what Alex was saying on Twitter, maybe, Alex. I don't know if you are still here. Maybe if you end with Fable, maybe you open with Avowed. Because you can't do Starfield, right? Because the hour and a half isn't for Starfield. So maybe you do Avowed and Fable, and you have them bookend the event. So, what's up, Alex? Hello. Rasul, is that how you say your name? I want to say your name to say hello back, but I don't want to butcher your name. Bro, how did I miss a Ubisoft Marvel game? I guess I did too. How did I miss it? This will be the show of nightmares. Gears 6, DMC 6, and Shin Megami Tensei 6. Oh my god. That'd be freaking nuts. Really hope... No, there's no way... Again, I'll take a massive L. There's no way Starfield is as bad as Redfall. Redfall is like a 1 in 50 kind of game. I don't want to say like 1 in a million because Gollum, Redfall, Forspoken was very below average, but it wasn't. I don't think it's fair to say Forspoken was the same as Redfall and Gollum. Those two, but I also I think Redfall should not be compared to Gollum because I think Gollum is also at a different level. So I don't think Starfield's gonna get that. Jacoby Vision, hello. Would it make sense to watch the showcase after it airs since I won't make it live, or just watch announced trailers? I would just go on the Xbox YouTube channel and just look at the uploads, and it'll be all the trailers. I would just do that personally. Raja Singh, is that how you say your name? Hello, buddy. No Quantum Break. They said no TV show. They did say no TV shows. Dang it. You got them. What? Just kidding. What's up, brother? Xbox can finally get a win here after PS terrible showcase. Rooting for them. Hope they don't screw this up. That's a good way. That's a good way of wording it. Here's hoping for Wonder Woman. Agreed. Wonder Woman, by the way, would be one of those big third-party things that would just be lights out, would blow the door. If they want a showstopper other than Starfield, I think Wonder Woman would be that. Would love if Gears 5 would get a 2024. Isn't it 6? Didn't they have a 5? Right? I think it'd be 6, please, hopefully. I think we're going to get the collection before we get the next Gears. Future Game Show was so dirt. I saw that. They made Spider-Man puns. Why can't I say the word? They made Spider-Man puns the whole time. Well, and as I don't want to say Alex was right, but Alex was totally right. Okay, I've always said the Future Game Show is normally trash or garbage. I also said that they get high-profile actors or voice actors, and then they don't do anything like big. I've always said, I mean, those shows are not good. So I didn't even watch it. So I just want to throw that out there. I did predict that Spider-Man. I also said Spider-Man 2 wouldn't be there. Just throwing that out there. Last Marauder, what's up, buddy? Hope all's going well, man. I would actually like a new up with a release window of next year, narrative driven, similar to a Sony game. Oh, new IP. I think you meant IP instead of UP. Unless you want like is it Pixar, Disney Pixar, like Up the movie? Unless you want that as a game, which maybe is it already a game? I have Kleenex for those that are belly aching already. Don't understand the Hellblade hype. Played the first one, was boring to me. That's fair. That's fair. It is definitely a more well, do you want to call it boring? It's definitely a more like boring-ish game. I think the second one is going to be a little bit more actiony, a little bit faster. I honestly, okay, if I'm going to compare Hellblade to anything, I feel like Hellblade and Plague Tale are somewhat where you can sense something kind of special with it in the first game, and the first game has flaws. Now, I actually would, I think Plague Tale Innocence is maybe better than Hellblade. So it's not a perfect example, but I saw something in Plague Tale in the first game. And then when Requiem was coming out and it was all the trailers and the gameplay, I said, this is going to be a special game. And guess what? That was easily my game of the year last year. It was my favorite game of the entire year. That game is a 10 out of 10. So I you know what I mean? Like they had potential. They kind of capitalized on it. They expanded everything that they did right in the first game, and I could kind of see it coming in all of the hype stuff leading into it. I feel very similar with Hellblade, from the graphics, Unreal, you know, the technology I guess they're using, the behind the scenes, the Game Awards gameplay segment that they did. I just see something really special there, and I think that Hellblade 2 is going to take like that really big step to being like a smaller like Plague Tale is not a big franchise, but it's in my opinion, it's better than most big franchises out there. I think Hellblade can do something similar. So that's how I look at it. Hopefully, I think I put it pretty well, right? Hopefully you guys understand that. Meant new IP, yeah. Hellblade's full name is so goofy. Yeah, Senua's Sacrifice. I think it's Or is it Senua's oh God, I don't even remember it. Hellblade 2. That's what people on YouTube call it, Hellblade 2. So as long as like the algorithm knows, you know. Draven, hello, buddy. Redfall is Xbox Scarlet Letter. Wasn't there something about a Star Wars game? That was the Ubisoft, yeah, Ubisoft Star Wars game. I mean, hey, you had Assassin's Creed be shown off at the PlayStation event, so maybe you have a different Ubisoft game at the. So far, Assassin's Creed has been shown off at PlayStation. You had Prince of Persia, the side scroller, be shown off at Summer Game Fest. Could there be a Ubisoft game at the Xbox event? I actually think it's very possible. So if you want to say the Star Wars game, that's not that. I don't think that's impossible. How are you? I'm doing good, Draven. How about you? It is Gear 6. Gear 6 is going to be all that. It is. I really think Hellblade has become a classic over time. Yeah. There you go. Actually, Troy, exactly what I just said. Yeah. And I didn't read your thing when I said it. Yeah. Do you think Ubisoft will show that Marvel game they're working on tomorrow? Well, so many people are saying it must be true. It must happen. So, I don't care. Starfield will flop. Spider-Man 2 will still be better. I don't. Detective Cobra, that's so uncommon coming from you. I don't know. Firstly, I don't know why you'd ever compare Starfield and Spider-Man. Are they alike in any way? I guess they're open world, but Starfield is a different kind of open world. I just don't. I don't understand why. Who cares? Who cares if Starfield flops? Who cares if Spider-Man flops or doesn't flop? Well, I guess flopping, you don't want a game to flop if you like the game. So I guess why do you care that those two need to be pit against each other like that? I don't know. I'm looking forward more to Spider-Man, but I'm not going to say that Starfield is like garbage or anything. I don't know, you people. I love Disney Pixar up. I think it'll happen. That one. GTA 6? No. Absolutely not. Do you think we'll ever get Evil Within 3? Yes, but I don't know how to say his name, but the director, he retired, didn't he? So if it does happen, it's going to be without him. Nova Noodle TV, thanks, buddy, for the super chat. And YouTube tells me, celebrate the first super chat from you. No, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. If GTA 6 gets a trailer this year, what month? December. Game Awards. I think Game Awards. What do you think Ubisoft's Marvel game is? Okay, well, remember when they were like teasing Blade, but it wasn't actually Blade. They were just using like their studio. I mean, I think Blade would be kind of fun, but I think it would probably be, sadly, more of like an open world thing, right? So God, I don't know. You got to pick just a character. It can't be Black Panther. Can't be Iron Man. I don't want them to do like a Doctor Strange. I want like a Hulk game, like Ultimate Destruction. Is that what it was called? I think a Hulk game would be rather fun. But yeah, imagine it'll be a few years. Tango working on RPG. Yep. I'm great. Looking forward to this. Nice. A lot of people are saying it's Daredevil. Oh man, Daredevil open. Yeah, okay. All right, that makes sense. Do you think there'll be too much chit chat during the show? Honestly, I feel like that's kind of behind us. I don't think they did that. I think last year's Xbox show was excellent. I think it was a great show. I remember it to an extent, I think. I think the days, I remember Sony doing this, but Microsoft definitely did this too, but Sony was the first one that came to mind. At E3, when they would come out and they would like gloat about the sales of the console and they would show like the diagram behind it. Do you remember them? I think like even Sean Layden did it. Well, no, Sean Layden kind of came in and said, we're going to let the games, Jim Ryan said, we're going to let the games do the talking. But I just remember, and Microsoft did the same thing. You'd have like these big presentation, like gloating things where they'd say, hey, look how well we did. Look how many units we sold in the first year, whatever. I think that's gone. I think they know people don't care about that stuff. That's a business thing. They should care about it, but we don't care. So I think that's long, especially also because it's not live, right? It's a live stream, but I think everything's pre-recorded. So, cut the fluff, right? You don't need the fluff. If there is chit chat, I would say that's a bad thing. There's no need for that now. Starfield and Spider-Man aren't really going to affect each other. Yeah, one's on Game Pass, which is immediately going to help it. And it's on Xbox and PC. And it's just a totally, I don't know if it's a different, I think it's a different genre. Is that when I say Spider-Man's like an action adventure, right? Starfield is not that. So they're not even the same genre. The Ubisoft Marvel game will be good. Well, I hope so, but you don't know that for sure. Daredevil. In Hi-Fi Rush, a datapad said popular horror franchise. Yeah, I saw that. I think they were hinting that they will do an Evil Within 3. Honestly, is Ubisoft show a Marvel game, Assassin's Creed, Avatar, Star Wars game? It would actually be the best showcase this year. It actually would, yeah. It actually would be an elite one. I think I mean, we've said it before, Ubisoft has the potential to go either way. It could either be really bad or it could be so surprisingly good that it actually may be the best or one of the best shows in this little pocket of time. Are you going to buy Sonic Superstars? I'm thinking about it. $60 is a lot for it, and it comes out in a very busy span of time. We don't even know the release date, right? They just said fall. So it depends on when it comes out. If it comes out too close to like Spider-Man, Alan Wake, Assassin's Creed, or it comes out too close to Mortal Kombat. What's the other game that comes out on the 19th? There was another game that got announced that comes out the same day as Mortal Kombat, and then Starfield's obviously the 6th. If it comes out in those two pockets, I'm not going to, at least I won't buy it right away. But if it comes out in like November, I would consider it. I think they should make a John Wick game. That's confirmed. They are doing a John Wick game. Yeah. The showcases are getting progress. That's true. They are getting better. The Sony's. So, I keep saying Sony's was bad. I mean, I do think it was bad. But it had pockets of really good. Like, I'm not going to say it was like the worst thing I've ever seen. Or it had nothing good. There was some good. Summer Game Fest. I love Summer Game Fest. So that was a huge jump. And then if Xbox can do a jump, that'd be great. I don't think Ubisoft is going to keep a trend go. I mean, maybe. Did you see that Tom saw a bunch of PS exclusives? Yes, I did see that. I think he was probably talking about Spider-Man's release date and then maybe like a Stellar Blade and stuff like that. Lies of P. Yep, that is the. So yeah, you're right. That comes out the 19th. Which, dang it, that one really hurts. Ubisoft is desperate, so if they actually have Star Wars at the end of the pipeline and they reveal it 100%, but it's a coin flip for me. Yeah, I think they could show it. Are you gonna play Assassin's Creed Mirage? Yep, day one. I've fallen off. I've fallen off Assassin's Creed like a few times historically, but it's always gonna be one of my favorite franchises. I have amazing memories with, even though 1 is very flawed. 1, I love 2, Brotherhood Revelations. That's the golden era to me. I've never played a bunch of the other ones. I did Black Flag. I actually love Black Flag. But like a Syndicate, Unity, never played them. Rogue, never played it. Played Origins. Watched my wife play Valhalla and Odyssey. So, kind of in and out. But Mirage is definitely one I'm going to get day one. Now, will my wife steal it and play it instead of me? That's possible. But I do want to play it. What happened to that? Whatever happened to that 007 James Bond game, just in development. Well, and that's the team that made Hitman, right? And Hitman's only 2 years old. So I think maybe next year you could see something on 007. You got to think about when they started making it. Do you think Sony will have another showcase this year? I hope they do. I don't want to try to predict it, just because it's, well, maybe I do want to I hope they have one. I want them to do one, so I'll say it's definitely possible. Stellar. I don't know if you'd show Wolverine, though, with Spider-Man coming out like this. I played the Lies of P demo. It's actually so good, but the difficulty is ridiculously hard. Great. I'm going to play it tonight, so that's fantastic. Great. When do you think we'll next see more gameplay for Spider-Man? I think like July or August. I think they kind of take a break for June. Starfield will be played by 25 million in the first quarter. Will it have Skyrim legs is the question. I think I've said 20 million in the first month. So I think 25 in the first quarter is pretty darn close to what I think as well. Yeah, I think it does 20 to 25 in the first, say by Christmas, to make it safe. And then will people be talking? Will it have the impact after? That's the question. And also, it is a thing. Like Game Pass games sometimes like fall off. Sometimes they don't though. But sometimes, there'll be a game like Redfall was like at the top of the list, and then it completely, like within a week, it plummeted down. So, they don't always have staying power. That's something you want with Starfield, right? Is for it to be at the top of the Game Pass list and then stay there and always be a highly downloaded game. People are playing it every day. Mods and stuff should help, right? Like that's what honestly, that is just what you want with it. The controller, by the way, in headphones looks incredible. I love how they look. Is this... Yeah, I'm gonna get the Metal Gear 3 remake day one. Konami's a little weird with how they're doing it and how they're talking about it. But I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I am gonna get. Are you gonna get it, Telos? I hope that at Ubisoft Showcase they would reveal Rayman 4. Yeah, keep praying, keep hoping. What do you think of the RPG first? I liked Origins. I would not put it in like my top 3 or 4. I don't know. It's just a different kind of game. I prefer the Ezio era. I think that's just the best era. I know there were some issues with the gameplay there, but I do prefer it over the RPG. It's just preference. I think a lot of people have grown up on the newer age Assassin's Creed. They don't even like or know about the earlier Assassin's Creed. So I don't think I'm the only one who thinks the way I do, but I also know that there's people that think opposite of me. So yeah. We need Rayman 4. We do. We absolutely do. Way more pumped about Final Fantasy demo in a few hours than the showcase. I'm very excited for the Final Fantasy demo. But I don't know if I'm more excited for that than the showcase, because I'm excited to see the showcase. What do you think Rocksteady's next game should be after Suicide Squad? I feel like they should make a Flash. Yeah, I think it's going to be a Justice League character or Justice League. That's what I think. That's a good assumption. Here for Fable and nothing else. I think you'll get it. I'm mentally preparing for a mediocre deal. Oh, God. Like I said, okay, I know there's been some newer people jumping in. We're not here to just bash. We didn't do this with Sony, right? People didn't come into the Sony one and bash Sony. We're here to be excited. We're here to have fun, okay? I don't want the console warriors garbage. I'm not saying anybody is. I'm just throwing it out there. Please don't. Do you know who's developing that Perfect Dark game? Because if it's not Rare, then I don't know. I don't remember it. It's somebody working with somebody else. Is Rare? I think Rare is helping, but they're not the only ones. I don't. And oh no, what are they called? It was that one that they were like the quadruple A development team, and then it seemed like they were maybe having trouble with it. But then the rumor was they're not having trouble with it. They were just not supposed to be like the heads of it. I don't remember what they're called. I don't remember who they're called. But it's 2 teams. Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow I'm thinking Star Wars, Marvel, Assassin's Creed, and maybe Far Cry 7. Yeah. Alex, what happens if Starfield flops? Is Xbox done? No, because I think Game Pass is wildly successful. But if Starfield flops, that would be a big... But what is flopping? Because I think even if the game gets, say, like 70s on Metacritic, I think it's still going to do like 20 million, like we just said. It's going to do tens of millions of players in the first couple months. Is that a flop? If a game gets 78 on Metacritic, but it gets 20 million players, is that a flop? I don't think that's a flop. You know. The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics. Oh, okay. Oh, Crystal Dynamics, yes. Yes. Because they got pulled off of, not pulled off of, but with Avengers. The Initiative, yes. Pirates of the Caribbean Part 2 or Captain Hook for Sea of Thieves. Cameron, again, God, I hope you're right. God, if there's a Pirates expansion Part 2, oh man, I will, gotta download it again. Because I played the whole Part 1. Played the Lies of P demo, and not really my style of game, but I see that it'll be a great game because I still had fun, even though I generally don't like that style of game. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. I think what I'm gonna do, Final Fantasy, I'm probably going to, if it comes out today, the demo, I may make a video on it tomorrow. Lies of P, I think I'm going to play it, and I'll make a video on Podcast Now Plus for next weekend, because it's already a couple days late, so timing doesn't really matter. So I'm most likely, you can expect a video where I just talk about the Lies of P demo. I'll do that. It's probably going to be on the second channel and probably next weekend. Unfortunately, you already know that Payday and Metal Gear will go silent for the very least a year. That's why I hate CG trailers. Yeah. Or Payday. Yeah. I hope we get Halo. Although Metal Gear, they have been very talkative on Twitter. I hope we get Halo 3 Anniversary to further increase replayability. Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah. I haven't played Shredder's Revenge DLC, but I did see it, and I love Shredder's Revenge is such a good game. One of the better ones of last year. So, when are we going to hear from Giant Sparrow's next game? Oh, man, MacTubeX, now you're talking my language. No, honestly, now you're talking my language. I have no idea what's going on over there. I check their website periodically. They're still working on that game. They don't have that many people there. I just hope, like, I don't want to put, like, bad vibes. I just really hope, like, economically, they're doing well. That studio, because they haven't made anything in a long time. But they did just do that What Remains of Edith Finch next gen kind of upgrade thing, so they are still working. Their next game would maybe be my most anticipated, period, just because Unfinished Swan, one of my favorite games of all time. What Remains of Edith Finch, also one of my favorite games of all time. So they're 2 for 2. So I would stop everything to talk about their next game, whenever that next game is. But your guess is literally as good as mine, because they've been gone for so long and their website has no hints on it. Are you excited for the new Time Splitters game? Not really, but I can tell you why. It's because when I see the name, I can like picture it very, very barely, but I can't like put too much excitement. So that's why, So I know what you're talking about, but just barely. Should Microsoft put out a Starfield? I think there is going to be a Starfield Xbox console. Yeah. You think Starfield will be... I don't. I actually think Starfield will be 30 FPS. They overhyped the Pinocchio things. It looks nothing like Pinocchio. I believe that. When do you think we see the Tomb Raider game? Why not today? No, I don't know. This year. Sometime this year. Halo will have nothing to show except for Season 4, and that's a good thing. The new leadership is getting Infinite back on track. Reveal Tatanka in 2024, then reveal Halo 6 in 2025. Hopefully, yeah, I think that's a good plan. I'm not saying it's going to be bad game, The Lies of Pinocchio, but I think it's more the title than anything. Yeah. Well, the demo is just a demo. It's not the full, not the full thing, so we'll have to see. But I think the vibe, like the story, the Pinocchio elements are definitely there. But I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. I hope for Spider-Man 2 they can improve the side missions. Yeah, agree. I think they will. I hope we see Overdose. Oh, man, I didn't even think about Overdose. Oh, man, that could be one. Also, especially after Donald Trump and CNN put Pinocchio's, what? It's very possible Pinocchio game, but not like a fairy tale. All the elements of Pinocchio are there, but darker. Initiative. Wicked, what's up, buddy? Anytime Halo comes up, I always want an ODST. Yeah. I think that's maybe my favorite. I liked Reach a lot, too. Here's to a great showcase. Oh, DJ Steph, thanks so much, buddy. We are. If you haven't seen, I mean, the leaks, it is going to be there, Phantom Liberty. And I appreciate the super chat, bud. Hope you're doing good. You're going to get that. Will we see Kojima Xbox game? Yeah. I completely forgot about. Okay, here's the thing. I did not forget about his Xbox game. In fact, we just talk about Overdose like 1 or 2 live streams ago. Definitely, like, I remembered it. I just I didn't even think it was a possibility. Like, I didn't connect this event with Kojima. So, since Hades is on Game Pass, oh man. Well, is Hades 2 going to be on Game Pass? Because Hades was actually taken off of Game Pass. It is no longer on Game Pass, which is upsetting. I'd love some sort of announcement for Hades 2. I'm waiting for it. Excited for a cool Double Fine announcement / updates on Fable. Those are 2 good ones. Very good ones. Hideo Kojima, only the PS5 can power Death Stranding. Also Hideo, only the Xbox can power next game. Yeah, he's very good. He talks on the side that he's currently supposed to talk about. He'll hype it up. He'll get it up there, Kojima peaked in the 90s? Yeah, maybe. Nicola, hello. Alex, when do you think we'll see Wonder Woman? At this point, either the Game Awards or next year. Fable news? I think we're going to get Fable news. When do you think Elder Scrolls is coming out? Like, realistically, I think 2028. Kojima will never peak, only evolve. That's true. That's a good point. I think he evolves, and then you could debate of his evolution stages if they're better than the last one. But I think that is the correct term. I actually do think that's the correct term. Psychonauts 3. Psychonauts 2 was really good. I like Psychonauts 2 quite a bit. But it took so long to make that. You know what I want? If we're talking about Double Fine and all that, I want Brutal Legend 2. That's what I want. Jack Black, bring him back in. So, I'm more excited for Metal Gear Solid Master Collection instead. Snake Eater remake. Yeah, I think the collections are a good thing to do in conjunction with. I think it's a good idea. Alex, I have a PS5 and Switch. Been considering getting an Xbox. Do you think it's worth it? I think you need an Xbox or a PC. So if you're looking for an Xbox, the Series S is there as that like middle point, right? You don't want to spend too much. I think, like I said, within the next year, I think you'll need a way to play Xbox games, to play the Starfields, Hellblades, Avoweds. Perfect Dark is years away, but you think about it like that. I think within the next couple of years, you're going to need a PC. A PC master race, right? People will say. Yeah, Cameron, PC, DJ Steph, get a PC. I think PC may be the right thing to do, or a Series but here's the thing, guys. To you guys telling them to get a PC, which I understand, that's a lot of money, right? So if you're debating between, say, like a $300 console and then like a $1,500, let's just say like a powerful laptop, or a PC for $2,000, $3,000, those are huge price ranges. Some people just can't do it. You know what I mean? Just to remember that. So I do think it depends on the range of your finances. Yeah, because I get it. I think if you had a PC, a PlayStation, and then the Switch or whatever the Nintendo's next thing is, I think that's like the trio. But like the PS5 is like $500, and then a PC, like my PC, was like $3,100 2 years ago, and like I could barely do it. I don't even think I could do it. Not everybody can do that, right? So if you're kind of like, well, I want to play Xbox games, but and I know PC's better, but like I don't want to spend $3,000. I want to spend $300. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense. So there's my rant. Okay, I'm gonna try to run up all this stuff, and then let's turn on the show. We see, Wolf Among Us 2. Oh God, that's my maybe most anticipated for next year. Yeah, it did get taken off. I should have I should start doing bingo boards. I love the bingo board, so I'll do it for. Like maybe the Game Awards. I'll do a bingo board for the Game Awards. That should be fun. Forza Motorsport. I think the fall, right? I'll always support Kojima. Konami can frick off what they did. Agreed. Brutal Legend would be sick, right? How long will the show be? 2 hours. An hour 52, I believe. Get a PC. Hour and a half. PC. Don't own an Xbox, but still here for any PC game news. There you go. It's the ecosystem. Would you ever consider playing an underage gem like Sleeping? Yes. I don't know if on this channel, but actually both those games I'd want to cover on Back to the Past, 100%. In fact, I've played both. I just haven't played them recently. So I would consider that. Maybe a live stream here, but if I'm going to make a video on them, I would do, and I'm going to, both those games are actually on my list. I would do it on Back to the Past, which is a good segue. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to leave a link just really fast. Any new people, I have a third channel. I cover retro, like older games. So if you guys want to subscribe there, obviously I have Podcast Now Plus, my second channel. I do movie and TV show reviews, do news updates on games. If you haven't supported the Podcast Now family, I do a video a day on Podcast Now Plus. I do 1 to 2 videos a week on Back to the Past, which is that link I just did. So if you guys would hit the like button, subscribe to the other channels, that would be the best thing you can do. I'd really appreciate that, and we'll watch the show in just a second. I miss Fable. Do you think Xbox needs more story-driven AAA games? Yeah, I think they need I do, but Hi-Fi Rush kind of is that, so I do think they know that they need that, to be honest with you. Yeah, who cares which should you pick? Just pick your preference. Either drop $600 for an Xbox or $1,500 for a PC. Yeah, bare minimum. Yeah. And PC, PC you kind of have to know like specs and stuff. You don't need to know anything for a console. Gabriella Sunrise, hello. Wicked, hello. Elder Scrolls 6, hoping it would be released at most in 2020. Yeah, I'm going to take the over. Does that? It does. It includes the Starfield. Yeah, an hour 52. Maybe 28 is too far, but I just to expect Elder Scrolls in 3 years just seems insane to me. I'm not saying you're insane, but they should show Fable 4. They will. Playing Diablo and watching you. Thank you. I just played Diablo last night. Go subscribe. Yes, go subscribe. All right, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up the live stream. We're going to get the audio levels. Just, one more time, leave a like if you guys haven't left a like already. Subscribe to Back to the Past. Subscribe to Podcast Now Plus, if you'd be so kind. And, Mr. Matty Plays is watching. Wow. Wow. Good guy. My Back to the Past channel is kind of mimicked on him. So, let's see. And like Golden Bolt and people like that. Okay. They don't have it. I'll show it to you in a second. Let's see. Oh, it's not there. That's good. Why is it not there? There we go. Just gonna put it like that. Now you can't see my face. Oh dear. Hold on, guys. Capture. Now why can't you see my face? Oh, Jesus Christ. At least you guys can hear me. Oh, it's because this. There we go. Figured it out. Okay. We did it. Welcome back to the Podcast Now show. All right. So they're not doing, as you can see, they're not doing their like the full screen yet. Okay. Any last minute things? Yeah, I've actually caught up to the chat twice in a row now. Another Marvel actor accused of certain stuff. Yes, I saw that. Thanks for being the voice in my head, keeping me up to date on the news for almost a year. Appreciate it. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. I try. I think, and Podcast Now Plus has become, very, very news-centric. I do way more news there than I do on Podcast Now, but of course I try to cover all the games here, specifically the games here. So I think it's important to do both, both channels, and then Back to the Past for the past stuff, But yeah, I enjoy what I do, and I hope I can give you guys something. Mr. Matty seems very hyped. I believe it. Bring some snacks. I don't have any snacks. Dang it. How come people hate Fable 3? I think it was just such a different thing. Like, I've watched some video essays to try to understand, and they definitely did some stuff from Fable 2 to Fable 3 that upset people. Am I covering the I will watch the PC game showcase just to see if anything happens. And if something happens, I'm going to do videos. So, I'll have a video I'll pick one or two things from this. I'll make some videos, and I'll probably, watch the PC one. I'm not going to live stream it, though. But if something happens, for sure, I'll cover only the biggest things. No snacks, Indiana Jones, or no. Final prediction, Indiana Jones. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll say yes. The chat on Xboxes. This is it, isn't it? I don't see any. Jet Set Radio, Medal of Honor 2, Persona 6. Knock Knock, Halo Infinite 2, Bug Snacks 2, Gears of War Collection Remastered, GTA, Todd, Fallout New Vegas 2. Do you think we'd get a Fallout New Vegas 2? I think that'd be something. I'll hold you to it. Yeah, you can say Alex was wrong when it doesn't happen. Do you think any TMNT news? No, just Shredder's Revenge. That was oh, here we go. Let's get the sound right. It's so loud. I'm gonna turn down my volume. Okay, so how do I sound with its sound? Do you think maybe they're a little loud? I'm gonna put it down just a little bit. You guys let me know what you think of sound quality. Just start spamming it in the chat. It's loud. Okay, it's very loud. How about now? Does this sound a little bit better? Yeah. Now it's delayed. Now it's delayed, so you guys won't even be able to tell me. Okay, good. All right. Thank you, guys. I always appreciate you being here. As I always say, you guys rock, and let's freaking go. Start with Persona. That way we can get it out of the way. No, this is going to be fun. Oh, now it's quiet. That's quiet for me.
Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it.
Hey, it's that guy.
What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
My wife likes that guy because of IT Crowd.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things. Just look at them. Not wafting around mythical creatures.
That looks insanely good.
And that's what they are. Wafters. Yeah, well done. You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable. Not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. They're not going to give... Yeah, there's no way they're going to give a year to that one, right? I mean, that looked fantastic. But, I mean, how long are we looking at? 2 more years, maybe? I just can't imagine that game comes out next year, but... Oh, Compulsion's game.
Bones. Been a while. So, you remember that favor you owe me? I'm looking for a creature. Huge, sneaky.
What's up with 2 in a row? A small character, big character, right?
No?
No excitement.
about
You've been
you
talking
guys?
about it for weeks. That looked great. Fable? I was taking it in.
Nobody?
I think it looked great.
Not helpful. Sneaky.
And this is sweet too, yeah. I love the visuals here. South of Midnight. From Compulsion. Two for two. The only issue I have is no years, nothing like that. That's the thing with Fable. Like, it looks so good, but then, like, am I supposed to get really excited because does it come out next year, or am I still looking at, like, 2 years from now?
At least that's what I hear.
Star Wars.
The Empire?
We called it. Who said this was going to happen?
But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game.
Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought,
Yeah, they got to show gameplay tomorrow. Yeah. This one's quieter. Yeah, it's a bounty hunter. I think we knew that was a bounty hunter.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance.
Hey, it's that
You
guy.
have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
Now, didn't they say, though, there'd be gameplay? Like, not just all... Unless this is in-engine footage?
The underworld shows no
Was that Troy
mercy,
Baker? I didn't think that was Troy, but maybe it was.
But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
I thought it was the guy from Callisto Protocol. Outlaws. Ooh. Coming 2024. So not on Game Pass, but placed it. See that gas? That's what I was expecting for Fable. Yeah, no, Fable kind of just shocked me. Fable honestly kind of just...
Wow. Fable, South of Midnight, Star Wars Outlaws.
Okay, what are we doing?
Welcome to our first ever double feature, the Xbox Game Showcase, followed by a deep dive into one of the most important RPGs.
Yeah, no, Fable
ever
kind of just like
made,
shocked me to my core.
Starfield. Gaming is the most powerful of all entertainment. It transports, it challenges, it connects us, and it's just incredibly and awesomely fun. That is why Team Xbox is committed to building the greatest place to play. By partnering with the most ambitious of game creators, and by unleashing the power of the gaming community, enabling all of us to play the games we want with our friends anywhere.
See, this stuff
From
is not
mobile devices
necessary.
to PCs to consoles. The lineup we have for you today is just incredible. These are the works of the very greatest creative teams
Sims?
from around the world. We made this show
I like Sims.
for you, the largest, most engaged, and globally diverse fan base in Xbox history. You are the heart and soul of Xbox. Your passion drives us, and you are the inspiration for the visionaries whose games we showcase today. From me and all of the team at
Yeah, she
Xbox,
sounds a little robotic.
you.
Yeah. She needs to be
This
a little
next
bit
game
more.
is from Thunder Lotus, the award-winning studio behind Spiritfarer, who've gone back to their combat roots with an amazing co-op raid-focused action game that is uniquely theirs. All right, everybody, it's time.
Okay, what we need to do is not do that throughout the show. Then they're good, because I think they are going to have game after game. Like, this game looks incredible already, I'm telling you. I'm in. I'm in. We just don't need... Yeah, why the Italian? I'm Italian. I can do the hand gestures. We don't need that again. She can just kind of hang back while we watch games. So this reminds me of Hades, like immediately, at least in its look. Yep. Pick up and raid. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold on there. Can you play with other people? Is it like this is online? What? Holy Jesus. Who wants to play? We need 32 people. Do you think we could do it? I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I think we could do it. That I love the art style so much, and the 33 Immortals. Oh, it's in the name. Coming in 2024. So it probably is not just Xbox, right? But it will be on Game Pass. I'm in. Who wants to play? It was kind of cool.
Right,
Payday
guys,
3.
It's a simple job. Just in and out. Nothing to it.
All right. I liked Payday 2. But I didn't play too much of it.
Everybody hit the floor.
We'll have to see if Ubisoft kind of confirmed anything else with the Star Wars game eventually. Oh, there will be gameplay at the Ubisoft Forward for the Star Wars game. Just so you guys know. So we'll be able to watch that live tomorrow. Gameplay tomorrow. Coming September 21st, 2 days after Mortal Kombat, Lies of P, within 2 weeks of Starfield. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is September so packed? But it's on Game Pass, so. That's the thing with these third parties, is they're all going to be on Game Pass. Oh, I'm so sorry, Persona. This would have been hilarious. Or this would have been epic. It can still be epic. Should we all forget that we saw it? And say, oh my god, what is this? Oh, and the music is just legendary. Although I think Persona 5 is my favorite. The music for 5 is legendary. Alright, enough with the console warriors garbage, you're gone. We're listening to some banging music. Oh yeah. Wow. What a first look exclusive, never seen before trailer. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's a remake of Persona 3. Tactica? Oh no, they're gonna go in different orders. Is this Assassin's Creed? Or no, what is this? Sea of Thieves, Assassin's Creed. No, this is something. Is this Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Oh, Obsidian, Avowed.
People don't like you very much, do they?
Is this Avowed? Yeah, I think it is.
Sent here to the living lands by an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself.
I like how I thought it was Assassin's Creed.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is,
Flintlock looks really good. But this is definitely Avowed.
the way you fight, the power you wield, the secrets you keep. You're either here to save us or destroy us.
No, Flintlock is more third person. Isn't Flintlock more third person?
So now that you have all this power,
If this
what are you
isn't
gonna do
Avowed,
with it?
I'm going to be very confused. But no, they said Obsidian, and it looks like Avowed, so it has to be Avowed. Yeah, it caught me off guard of how it looked. Oh, there you go. Coming 2020. Yes, you got the year. Thank you. So they split up Persona 3 and Persona Tactica. That's weird. All right, another their games. Oh, Cameron, where are you? Star Wars? Oh, Lucasfilm, Legend of Monkey Island. Okay, that makes more sense than Star Wars.
The most notorious tavern on Melee Island. Wall to wall.
Yeah, I knew it was Sea of Thieves.
Scoundrels.
That's why I said Cameron, because he had said Sea of Thieves pirate.
Which ship is right for you? A big ship? A luxury ship? A ship with just a splash of je ne sais quoi?
The Legend of Monkey Island. You mean Governor Guybrush. But
That's pretty cool.
set foot out of that mansion for almost a year.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I told you no autographs. Though I see you have a meet and greet ticket. And I guess it's not every day that you get to meet the mighty pirate Guybrush Threepwood, the legend of Monkey Island.
Yeah, I'm excited. The Star Wars gameplay tomorrow should be sweet.
Prison for Guybrush.
Well, well. What do we have here?
You need these.
Things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves you know.
July 20. I don't think I'll do it because I'm not a huge Monkey Island fan, but that is a pretty sweet little collab.
Premiere.
World premiere. Is it Persona 5 Tactica? Oh no, it's one of their games. Asobo. Oh, Flight Simulator. Cool. When I saw Asobo, I thought Plague Tale, and I was like, no way. No way. I've always been very like impressed with these. Obviously I don't play it, but what they've done with this game is insane. I think millions actually play Flight Sim, just people that aren't me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the game is actually kind of ridiculous in the best way of what they're able to do with this thing. But it's like, it requires so much space. Doesn't it require like 150 gigs or something like insane? Scientific research. This is freaking nuts. Can you believe, now let me tell you this. Can you believe that this studio, I mean different teams, but the same team or the same studio that makes this also makes Plague Tale? Like, can you believe that's the same company? Isn't that nuts? The diversity there is actually insane. Actually, it should. Third 2023. Nice. Nice.
Hi, Melina here, speaking to you from our performance capture stage at Ninja Theory.
We won.
Where we have just wrapped our shoots for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. When we first showed gameplay for Hellblade 2, it was a look at some of the game's cinematic and immersive action, where Senua faced off against a gigantic troll on the Icelandic coastline. Today, we're taking you deeper into Senua's story, her personal quest, her unique perspective on the world, and the intimate journey that awaits you in Senua's Saga. What you'll see today is all captured by the team on Xbox Series X.
Here we go. This is it. This is all I needed. Now give me a freaking date, right? I know I'm jumping a little. Give me a date. The other show has been excellent.
She can feel them slipping through her soul, following the threads of her mind. She's here to find them, the ones who hide. She needs their help with a promise, a question. But it's never so simple, is it?
You gotta play this game with headphones on.
Wisdom
just like the first Hellblade. Gotta do it with headphones.
There's always a part of you that changes. A part of you that darkens. And a part of you that dies. Over there, that pool.
Yeah, the pacing has been incredible.
Feel them everywhere.
We're only half an hour in.
Watching us.
Yeah, the behind the scenes, like on their YouTube channel, is extremely cool.
You should never have come here. They can see us. What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen? It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find out.
Oh yeah. If you see the behind the scenes, they'll like walk around her and like whisper into her ear, right? The other actresses. It's freaking nuts.
Watching more than one.
This is my game, guys. I'm gonna take possession of this, you know. I think I can do it. I think I can be
What do they want?
the Hellblade guy on YouTube.
Their eyes everywhere can feel them boring into her. What is she supposed to do? Do something. Ask them.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I'll put Bill in timeout until he doesn't do console warrior stuff.
Through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore.
Are you ready for what you will find here?
What we will find. What if it's all for nothing? What is that? They are waiting. There. It's you. What will they do to her? What will
I don't know if she has been in it. I don't know who she is. I just know her from this. She could be in other things. And Bill, if you're listening, I don't like dislike many people. Like I don't want to ban people, and you're not banned. Just please stop the console warrior stuff. You know I hate that stuff. It's about the games. Hellblade is sweet.
Everything I've done
And the water is insane.
has led me to this place.
It is water.
We've come so far, not far enough.
Look how real it feels to the touch.
Tell them.
I am here. Now.
What if we get lost?
I think when she was walking, that could have been in-game, though.
What will happen to you?
This is
I will not let them down.
She is ready. They know. Go.
Oh, it's like Kingdom Hearts. I think the 2024. Oh, you have stolen my heart. Oh, you sick people. I think the beginning was gameplay, and then it became a cinematic. Oh, rats. What is this? Oh my god, like a Dragon 8. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This is gonna get blocked. Very clever. Very clever. Yeah, this is Yakuza 8, or like it's like a Dragon 8. So what we saw a couple days ago was Like a Dragon, Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, which is the Kiryu game, and then he'll be in this game as well.
Oh, surf's up, dude. Yeah, dude. Hang loose, bro.
They are underrated. They're incredible.
Huh? Huh?
Infinite Wealth. Oh, wow, what a name. Oh wait, no. This I don't think that was 8. I think that's another Like a Dragon game. Is that another spin-off? Oh, Fallout 76. I gotta know what the heck that just was.
Apologia.
Appalachia. What a sight! A verdant wonderland of promise plucked from post-atomic blight. The fruit of years of prudent progress.
If Alex is watching this, you need to like do something on Twitter on that so I know what I'm dealing with here.
From the heart of West Virginia,
DLC, is that what it was?
No matter if you roam alone or spend your time with friends, you'll find a home in Appalachia where the good times never end. There are relics to uncover from a time before the war, along with loads of friendly folks to meet and enemies galore. Our world is always changing. Greater foes are
Nobody's really posting on it.
embark on expeditions into thrilling new unknowns. Yes, from Appalachian settlements to Nuka World on tour. You're never short on things to do or places to explore. Think you've seen it all, eh? Well, how about this? Pack your bags for an escape of Epicurean bliss. Put your rad shield on and fix your hair up pretty, because we're headed for the boardwalk of Atlantic City. So there you have it. Now you know. There's a million ways to make the wasteland your waste home. And when you hear it,
I don't think it's
when you're looking for some kicks, answer the call.
Yeah, this is DLC for 76.
Answer the call of Vault 76. Play it now.
I need to figure out if what we just saw for Like a Dragon was DLC or if that was 8, Like a Dragon 8. Okay, I'll be honest, I could care less about what we just saw. What do we think? Quick guesses. Oh. Pragmata? Dragon's Dogma? Pragmata would feel weird because Sony announced it, so I don't think it's Pragmata. So Dragon's Dogma would be my next guess. Yeah, it sure looks like Dragon's Dogma to me. Oh, it's not? Oh, no. No, what is this? I'm not saying no as in it looks bad. I'm saying no, it's not Dragon's Dogma. But it is something. Yeah. Okay. Neato. Game Pass. Path of the Goddess.
General Motors' historic commitment to performance is embodied in two of its iconic brands,
Forza?
Chevrolet and Cadillac. The V-Series.R elevates Cadillac's competitive spirit to a whole new level with its thunderous V8 and hybrid power. The legendary Corvette has been a celebrated champion for decades. The all-new Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray continues that tradition. General Motors is proud to usher in a new era of competition with the innovators behind the new Forza Motorsport.
Forza Motorsport and General Motors
Oh, there
are
we
pairing
go.
their strengths in technical excellence and sophisticated modern design to take bold steps into the future and bring that experience to gamers. I'm thrilled to welcome the Cadillac V-Series.R and the Corvette E-Ray to the home of competition.
It's an hour and 52 minutes, and 30 of those is Starfield. So we got about 50 or so, 45 or so minutes left of this.
Ready. You've got this.
And then Starfield. Yeah. I can't say I'm into Forza, but again, what they managed to do with it is insane.
Let's tweak the car's performance for the next one. Was your best lap yet. This is my timeline.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Starfield is for everybody, for sure. There you go, Forza Motorsport, October 10th. So 2 days before Assassin's Creed, 7 days before Alan Wake, 10 days before Spider-Man. September and October are freaking nuts. The Starfield's half an hour. It's not a joke.
I have seen all that ever was, and all that ever will be. I have seen betrayal, endurance, ambition, and courage. I am the one.
Yeah, I thought it was Elder Scrolls, and then... Yeah, it's gotta be Elder Scrolls on. Okay, so I know this isn't really a lull, because some people are into this, but let's do some... What do you guys rate the show so far? What do you think? Half an hour, a little bit more, half an hour in. Out of a 10, what do you think the show... I'm gonna say a 9. I think the show's a 9. And yeah, make sure you leave a like. Leave a like during this slight break, and then give it a rating out of 10. 7, wow. It's a little low. I respect a 7. I respect 7.
Long kept hidden, a secret that threatens to
7, okay, 7 seems to be the thing. 6. Not a lot of Hellblade fans here, huh? Hellblade gets bonus points. And that 33 Immortals game, I actually can't stop thinking about it. Yeah, the Star Wars game also looks fantastic. We need gameplay, though. That Star Wars game, you need gameplay. You know. 'Cause that could go either way. Shadow over Morrowind, June 20th.
CSIS Unit 37. Toronto is under attack.
Toronto, not Toronto. Oh, Overwatch.
There's something different.
All right, this is a lull. This is definitely a lull.
They've taken over most of
But these are just games I'm not into. You know, people are into these games. So that's, to be fair, they're just not for me.
There's new blood on the team, and we have so much to teach them.
We can stop Null Sector. Maybe
Yeah, I think Ray, I think Hellblade would have been that for me, right? If it said December 2023, I would have said, oh my god.
I didn't have enough problems already.
I think the Yakuza game is either a spin-off.
So we fly up there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, honestly, it could be 8, but I didn't expect that to be 8. But we're definitely going to know by Thursday, because that's their show. They'll definitely tell us on Thursday.
Let's give it to him.
A lot of these games aren't for me. That's fair. That's fair.
Engage. Target mark.
The Ubisoft show, it's for everybody. South of Midnight, yep. Hard to judge that game, right? You can only judge it on the art style, which looks great, but you can't say anything on it because we don't know. Outlaws. Yeah, RGG. Yeah. A very weird trailer. Very weird trailer, Bill. Because, like, if Kiryu showed up, then we would know, right, for a fact that it's 8.
Let's go.
Also, Infinite Wealth just doesn't seem like a very good title for, like, a mainline game. That's kind of what makes me scared about it. I'll still play it. But
World premiere.
Jim Ryan's breathing. Well, they've had patches. Oh, here we go. Persona 5 Tactica. Imagine if it was 6.
Looks like we're in a palace.
What the hell is going on? Who are these people?
Remember, you gotta pretend this is the first time you've seen it.
Our only choice is fighting back. Hey, look over there.
Yeah, I don't like the title, man.
So you're telling me you're thieves who steal hearts, and you just happened to stumble into this world? The Rebel Corps will always help the Phantom Thieves, just as the Phantom Thieves have helped the Rebel Corps.
I mean, this is I have to play it, right? Like, I will play this game. But, can I say that... I mean, the music is incredible.
Unfortunately, returning will be
And the story is probably going to be epic, so...
Somewhere deep inside, I know you realize things can't go on like this. So, will you take a stand beside us?
Yeah, let's show them what we got.
Rock on. Here we go. Epic. Epic. Yeah, Persona Strikers was... I love that so much. Atlas does love to milk it. Bethesda. What is this?
Humanity has always hunted.
Wait, is this
for
Starfield?
knowledge in the unknown.
What's going on?
The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
Yeah, this is a teaser for like another 45 minutes from now. So this is a trailer, and then the gameplay will be the 30 minutes, I assume? I don't know why they're doing it like this. This is kind of weird. Yeah, I think Zillion's right.
We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
That is a good question. What is out there? UFOs and aliens. It looks a lot cleaner. I'll tell you that. It looks a lot nicer. I know you.
Part of our family.
We gotta see gameplay, obviously, to judge, but this looks pretty. This looks better.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you.
That sounds like a Tales from the Borderlands character.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
Oh, much better gameplay. Much better.
We are not
That
stopping.
kind of looked like, I mean,
Whatever
how can it
lies at
kind
the
of...
end of this
I mean,
road
that looked more like
will
60
change
frames.
humanity forever. This place where we belong.
That looked a lot better than... I like that a lot. No, that was just a trailer to kind of like get it out of the way. They're gonna come back. Yeah, see? Bill, stop. Please. I like it when you talk about Like a Dragon, but Xbox, you gotta stop. I don't want to ban you. I don't like to ban anybody unless they like insult my hair. I'm just kidding. No, if you insulted my hair, that would be the last straw. Well, MacTube did it, but that's kind of it. So if you two just stop, then everybody would be good. What do we got here? Rock climbing game? It looks a little Firewatchy, honestly, to me. But obviously you don't see faces in Firewatch, but the environment looks like Firewatch. Ahoy, Alex. Hello, Ed Tones? Hello. Is this like their Chia game? Because Chia was a good game. Don't nod. What? Oh, this looks... And now that I know it's don't nod. No, this looks freaking sweet, actually. It does look like a rock climb. I bet you the whole point of this game is just to climb, right? With different environments and different abilities to get you. I think that's the whole point. Yeah, I actually really like this. Yeah, Don't Nod's got, I think, 6 or 7 games that they're doing. Yep, and you go up there to zip... Just Sant? How do you say that? Just Sant. Climb. Fall 2023 Game Pass. Oh, that's a day one. That's a day one for me. That looked sweet.
World premiere.
Yeah, I think Chia would be their Zelda PS. Oh, look at the water. Look at it. Is this the Chinese room? Is this I don't remember what they did. Not the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. They did the other one where you walk around, you see like the spirits of people. What was that game? That was them. It was like a walking sim. And that's what this looks like. But very different. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. That's what it was called. I beat the comments, so you can't tell me I looked at the comments. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture was them. Still wakes the deep. I like that. I didn't love Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but I will tolerate it. So I can tolerate that game. That looks pretty interesting. The Don't Nod one is actually... Yeah, no, it's fair to say a lot of... Is this Hi-Fi Rush? It's very fair to say a lot of these games are third parties, just like PlayStation show. But they also have had their own stuff, like Starfield, Hellblade, things like that. Ooh, this is not Hi-Fi Rush, but it looks... Is this Jet Set Radio? I don't know. I've never played a Jet Set Radio game. Fable 2. This looks awesome. If this is Fable 2, I've never played Fable 1, so that's something I gotta do. Would I like Fable? What's Fable like? That was sweet. Dungeons of Hinterberg. Looked interesting. Next.
I'm very excited to be returning as Johnny Silverhand in the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. This new adventure reunites Johnny and V on a dangerous spy mission and introduces Idris Elba as secret agent Solomon Reed. It's really amazing to share the screen with you, Idris. It's cool to be a part of this game with you, man. As a player, you'll get to visit Dogtown, an unexplored part of Night City, and rescue the President of the new United States of America. Expect a massive expansion.
Him and Nick Cage,
twists,
you got to get them on stage
secrets,
together, to be honest.
and plenty of stuff to do. I know the team at CD Projekt Red just keeps raising the bar when it comes to telling cinematic stories in video games. And I really can't wait for you to play it on Xbox Series X and S. But enough talking. I'm guessing you want to see for yourself. And so it is my
Yeah, he
honor and
sounds
pleasure
muffled.
to give you and introduce the official trailer for Phantom Liberty.
Either he was sick that day.
Check it out.
He could have had a cold, but it also sounds like he's muffled, like the mic is like
There's
on
gotta
something.
be a way out of this.
Johnny, I'm dying. There's nothing can stop that.
Yeah. He's trying to act. Hey, hey.
My name is Songbird. I'm an
He
NUS
makes up for his
intelligence
acting
analyst.
with charisma
I
and
know about the bomb ticking in your head.
martial arts.
And I can save your life. What's the catch? I need you to get to Dogtown.
Attention all Dogtown residents.
I gotta go back. I gotta play Cyberpunk because I never made it through. Never made it through.
Man's got 1,001 reasons to want Myers as a hostage. Sleeper agents.
He did sound more muffled though, but it could just have been the
So
feed.
NUSA's tossing us back into the fray, huh?
Stay sharp. We're in the wolf's den now.
Get Myers out of there.
Yeah, this would be on PS5.
Her safety.
It just didn't capture me, honestly, man.
Shit! They catch us out here, we're dead.
Just didn't catch me.
Hear that?
God almighty!
I wasn't feeling it like I felt The Witcher or but I do want to go back. I just don't know when I would, but I do want to go back. I didn't make it too far, so it's possible it could have caught me if I just kept going.
Treason ain't ever black and white.
It's a charade, V.
Wherever she goes, people get hurt. Bodies drop.
Just want what Songbird
Yeah, it
promised
just didn't
me.
hook.
The cure.
The situation has changed. You need to know if you're with me.
Illusion of freedom draws in the desperate. Pick your truth, V.
Come on. Got iron in your head. Got
I want to go back
some
for the
of
third
red.
channel, for Back to
Pull
the Past.
trigger.
If I don't do anything and do it soon, I'll die.
September 26th. Another September game. Yeah, that looked good. a trailer, it's very hard to convey all of those mechanics. Just way too hard.
World premiere.
Will you play or cover Life by You? Yes. Both. What is this? Is this is Persona 6. No, yeah, I thought it was Shin Megami, yeah. It's not Soul Hacker. There's no way it's Soul Hacker. Is this Persona 6? Because metaphor. Okay, we were all wrong. It's not Metaphor Re-Fantasio. Sure doesn't look like Persona 6 to me, ladies and gentlemen. I see Metaphor. Unless Metaphor... It's from the creators of Persona, yeah, but it's not. It's not Persona 6. Ooh, creators of the Banner Saga. That looked incredible. I mean, it looked just like Persona, all the mechanics.
Our people's only means of survival is to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry. You must explore this world. To find the origins of
yeah, Atlas is coming back for thirds. They literally did 3 things. I don't think they're going to show Persona 6, though, after that.
Back to our people.
Oh, this leak? Yeah, I do think they need a couple more first party, right? Because we got Hellblade, Forza, Avowed, Starfield. Is that the 4 we're working with? They're just exclusive. So maybe one more Xbox one, and then I think that's fine. Towerborn. I think 4 to 5 is pretty good. Well, we're at 4. Am I missing one? Hellblade, Forza, Starfield, Avowed. Unless you count Microsoft Flight Sim, then they'd be at 5.
World premiere.
World premiere. I mean, still, we're getting a lot of games at the end of the day, and they're all on Game. Like most of them, not all of them. Most of them are on Game Pass, so you don't have to pay it for it. Oh, okay. Here's an exclusive. They listen.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine.
Yep. Zillion is on the money. It's very Bioshock-like, right?
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything. If you resist,
that music was cool.
the
It is a lot like BioShock, I gotta be real.
If you threaten what I have built, there is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Oh. A little death loop like, shall I even throw out there?
Oh no. What did I do?
Yeah, I agree, Brady.
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Clockwork Revolution. Coming in due time. Oh, you sick people. That did look like Deathloop and BioShock combined. Which, I mean, I love Infinite. I love Infinite more than I think.
Thank you all for joining us.
Phil.
Today is a special day for me and the team.
Hi, Phil.
I'm excited to see 11 games showcased from our first-party studios.
11?
We opened with Fable from
Oh, here we go.
Playground Games, which will bring the franchise into the modern era while staying true to its British style and humor. Compulsion and In Exile shared their first original experiences since joining Xbox with South of Midnight and Clockwork Revolution. And we are thrilled at how Avowed is shaping up for release next year from the RPG masters at Obsidian. In addition to Avowed,
4.
Our studios will deliver Hellblade 2,
5.
an all-new Microsoft Flight Simulator,
6.
Towerborn, and
7.
more in 2024. Later this month, players can look forward to Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Sea of Thieves Monkey Island. As we
8.
look to holiday, we will launch Starfield and Forza Motorsport,
9, 10.
both built for Xbox
So did they really do
Series
11
X,
then? I guess they did.
S, and PC. We are also honored to share 14 games today from our creative partners, like Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive, in collaboration with Lucasfilm
Just say
Games.
Ubisoft.
33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus, Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom, and more Persona games coming to Game Pass thanks to our continued partnership with Sega Atlas. I'd also like to
There's only those.
congratulate the Studio Zero team on Metaphor Refantazio. It's great to be able to premiere what is next from the creators of Persona here in our showcase.
Yeah, so
We are
that's a whole
focused on
different
putting
game
our
then.
players
It's a whole
and
different
game
franchise.
creators first in everything we do. No matter if you choose to play
No
on
mention of
Xbox,
Like a Dragon.
PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox. When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback on two fronts.
Oh,
First,
what's
we have
this?
significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally.
Okay.
Second, we know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share we have some news there as well.
Interesting. This was also not necessary. that last little thing. I guess it's a good recap. One terabyte. There you go. To the person that wanted to know between the Xbox or PC, there's maybe another reason to get a Series S. Yeah, Luna, my dog, just won't shut up.
And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Oh, that's a lot shorter. Unless Starfield is ginormous, because that wasn't that long. What happened to it being an hour and a half? That was weird. Well, yeah, Jeff is a little unnecessary for that as well. I'm just not. Well, I thought it was going to be an hour and a half, so I was just saying like he's kind of like taking up time. But I guess it's not an hour and a half. I don't really get that. And I think Jeff Keighley has a lot of charisma. All right, overall pretty... Well, what do you think? So we don't have... We only have the Starfield. So what do you think? What would you rate the show now? I'd say an 8. I think I'd bring it down.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios.
I give it an 8, and then we'll see what this
does. Over
does.
the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time,
I think this is it.
talk about and dream up the space game.
9 because of City Skylines. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
And exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together.
That studio looks
freaking
freaking
insane. A game
insane.
like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in.
Yeah, I guess
and
no
take a look.
Hi-Fi Rush DLC. All right.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
The lighting does look good.
We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
I think I like, I don't know,
we love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
I think I like first person. It's definitely a lot smoother than last time.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory.
I'm just taking in all these mechanics.
A ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
The shooting was
and he can even say
shooting was good.
Let's head out.
I'm gonna have to like pause on that main menu, on that screen where it's
Our
the
mission was to
and stuff.
convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations.
Alright.
Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system.
Okay.
Obviously, the game is big. And it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Okay. Okay, a little Mass Effect like there. Yeah, Galaxy, it did. That's exactly what I said, yep. Very Mass Effect 2.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course.
Oh man, and like there's all the things in the bottom left, see it? Laser, what, maybe ballistic, gravity. Oh, Jesus Christ. It looks good. It looks really good.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's
Indeed.
the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
She looks better too. Remember her in the first trailer?
Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you
probably
could place
will
it
be.
on the table here.
400
oh my God.
gigs.
Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation
Oh,
is just
weirdo.
the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Yeah, the new Series S is just for this game. It's 100 gigabytes.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space.
I can't stop looking at their studio. Their
The
studio
people
looks
who
so
live
nice.
here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
Yeah, the faces, they look a lot better than what they did a couple of years ago. They look good. This whole game looks really good.
Platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
For like open world games, you mean, Telos?
Brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
Yeah, I think those three are good
They think
comparisons.
the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience.
Do you think they're actually talking about things in these little B-roll things, or do you think that they're like they're acting? I always wonder.
And I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors?
How much do you think you're gonna have to sell and keep a control of your inventory in this game, right? There's so much. Oh my god.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
Okay. Oh my Jesus.
Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make
Hey,
whatever
are you
they
awake?
want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Is this the most
Character
detailed
creation is more than just how you look.
that we've ever seen?
This is
Is
also
it
where
kind of
you
looks
start
like
to
it?
decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine.
I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You can choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space.
You have parents?
Because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Wow.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
What?
No matter what you choose,
That's a weird one.
There'll be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view!
You can
It's a
respec.
feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Oh, you could kill the guy, and is that how you lose your trait? Yeah. He was just about to. He was about to Lenny that man of Mice and Men. That
Once
guy.
you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey.
How long
can
do you
really
think that
begin.
took to draw?
We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Interesting.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology
God.
skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Excuse me?
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Oh, that's a skill. Oh,
I like
wish you
maxing
could just
out
have
my
that.
physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk
My
my way
God.
through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Yeah, there's a lot to focus on in this.
I like blowing stuff up.
Holy moly.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Yeah, I'd have to
Our
give
team worked hard
a
to
higher
strike
score.
a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Hope it's not too grindy. Yeah, that's a good point. The resources part, right? Like when you land and you're mining resources, that stuff can get, you know, old or boring or too much very quickly. That's a very specific thing you got to work out.
Thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
Oh my god.
And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Oh my god.
And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Okay.
You can customize and upgrade everything you see here. And you have 2 ways to do that.
Is there an easy way?
You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode.
What?
Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall
Imagine
silhouette.
what people are gonna do with this.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps.
I can't do it.
You can even fully customize your paint job.
But I
want
to see what other people can do.
Look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats.
I would like
They'll
put it
also
in
affect what you
wrong.
can
I'd
do
put like the
inside your
engine in the
ship.
wrong place and everything would
You can
blow
have
up. Like
modules for
that's what I would
crafting,
do.
Or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier
Like,
is a
that was
practical
insane.
ship, but with a little
That
creativity,
was actually
your
insane.
ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Okay.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it.
Yeah.
Where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs.
Oh my god.
So it's really whatever your imagination is.
Look at that.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Ah, Jesus. I want to play as
Engine's
other
ready.
people's ships.
The
So like,
Frontier is fueled
if we could
and
do
ready,
that, that'd be
Captain.
nice.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your
Okay.
ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
No, stay on the rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Or outpost.
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please, avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like.
300 plus hour. This game looks
It is a
enormous.
shame. Exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
My dear God.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and
Yes.
telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers.
300 hours in Avengers, holy.
Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous. And you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons.
What's it about?
It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system.
Oh, Jesus.
Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Holy. I mean, I don't even know what to say. There's so much going on.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Oh, that's incredible.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
It's Skull and Bones. It's literally Skull and Bones, but it's better. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna do that a lot. There was some complication, like it was complicated, but that was incredible.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Oh.
But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards.
Yeah, what is this Star Yard?
Walk the halls,
Oh.
talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
Oh.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship.
You got something
One
on your
will
face
leave you.
there, sir.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Oh, what? I mean, it doesn't end.
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this. When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and
Those look
just
like
start
good sandwiches.
taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Grandma.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and
It's a
just
lot.
make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
I'd be afraid if I was in that situation. Yeah, the planet's empty thing, that's maybe the biggest thing that they still have to prove. But beyond that, this is incredible.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information, and we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller.
There you go.
It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls.
I
of
won't
your
be
spaceship.
fully fooled from a
And not
watch
only
because
that,
76 did some stuff.
We've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Control, this is Constellation Starship Frontier. All ready to start on your signal. Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance has converged. Getting over reactor power. System checks are green across the board. Prepare for departure. Grab jump commencing in 5.
I'm not going to get those, but they look insane in a good way. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. 76, they promised quite a bit in that collector's, and it was complete garbage. So, you know, you do have to be careful. You do got to be careful.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But
Yeah, the watch
Starfield
is
isn't just a
$2,000.
Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So the thing with
even
me,
if your friends were to visit the same planet,
the only question I have is those like 1,000 planets. How many are gonna have like people to talk to and do quests? Like, is that on 150 planets and the other 850 are just enemies but no humans? Or like can they do it with all 1,000? Like I don't know their capabilities. That's the only thing to me is I just don't want 80% of the planets to be empty. But I mean, everything they've shown here has been freaking insane. But there's no guarantee about those planets things. We've been fooled before. So I just don't. That's the only thing I'd wonder. Because 150, say 150 planets with humans and you could talk and do quests, that's a lot, but not if there's 800 more that don't have that, right? It's all in like context.
On your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your
they did
scanner,
say some
you'll
planets
chart
could
the
be empty.
uncharted and
So like,
discover
is that
exotic
100
wildlife.
planets out of 1,000?
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We
D.
wanted
Bradley
native
Baker's in the
wildlife.
Star Wars game? Nice.
Something you've never seen before.
Nice. Like as Lando,
When it
or?
comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal
Yeah, I
for
guess that was
lighting
Cameron.
with
You can call
Starfield
me out. I
was
was
to make
wrong.
the game
I should have
feel
went
more
with my
filmic,
gut and
to
said
use
no for Indiana
lighting
Jones.
and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
I didn't expect Indiana Jones too much. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want like, yeah, you don't want a couple planets that are dead in a row, right? Because that'll really make people stop. So like, it needs to be like
After
maybe
some
20,
exploring, you
25
can find a
planets
spot
that
to
are
set up
dead
a
and
base
that's
camp.
it. Because you can't have too many.
Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different
But
purposes.
yet again, you can build
even
these
live in them.
anywhere. You can
Assign
put
crew
people
and
in them. You can
companions to work
mine
at your
stuff, so you
outposts
can
for
kind
added
of make the
bonuses and set up
planets
extractors
livable
to
by
harvest
yourself.
resources
Does that
while
make
you're
sense,
away.
right? So maybe that's how they
Something
do
cool
it.
we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is.
I can't do any of
and
this,
then when
so
you're on your feet, you
I
can
can't do
really
any of that.
decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Yeah, I see a lot of those planets don't have a lot on them. It's the outposts. So I do
Add
wonder.
crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
I'm not being a negative Nancy. It's just it's like my biggest question
Different
for
weapon
this whole
sights
game.
and scopes,
That's
larger
the
magazines,
thing.
a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and
Bless
what's
you.
Hollywood.
Who sneezed?
And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
Well, yeah, well, like
completely overhauled our
we know you can put an outpost on any planet,
more
and then they
dynamic,
said
the
earlier
animations
that
are
the
more
people you pick up, you can assign them to your ship or an outpost.
It just feels
So
great.
theoretically, you can make huge outposts on
We
all
probably
these
have more
planets,
mods
take
and more
people from
weapons in
other
this
planets,
game.
and put them
I
in
wanna
the
say any
outpost.
other
But you're
game
only
we've done
making the
before.
outpost
A
full.
lot of
You're not going to
variety.
make the planet full, right? But it does give it a little bit more like
Upgraded
livability,
gear
because
is
then you
just
go
one of
back
the
to the
many
planet.
factors to pay attention to
There's
when
nothing there,
engaging
but
in
you have
combat.
like 10
You may
people
need to switch
working on an
things up
outpost
based on
there,
your
which would
environment.
make it livable. So maybe that's what they're
Gravity is
thinking.
different for each planet,
But see, I'm not
and
going to
boost
make like
packs are
50
excellent for
outposts. I
getting
just don't have
around.
that creativity. I'm sure some people will. I just won't.
and for giving you an edge in combat.
That's enough slicing. Yeah, I think it's going on a little.
Sometimes you'll
I think
even
they
feel
showed
like
enough. I
flying.
think it's good. They should have ended with Todd with the controller.
Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards.
Yeah, it is a hard showcase to rate. Do you have to separate them? Because like this is its own showcase. This is as long as the showcase. So is it fair to put it together?
These are high-powered.
I give this like a 9 on its own.
Ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser.
And then the showcase
and
probably like an 8.
Serious damage.
Oh my god, I like that gun a lot.
Personal with your own 2 fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
Yeah, I mean this is probably one of the most expensive games ever, to be honest. Like no matter how good or bad it is, it's gotta be up there with like GTA 6 and 5. Way longer than Spider-Man. Yeah, yeah. Like, and this is why you don't compare them, right? I'm not saying that you are. This is why you should not compare this game. Does this game remind you of Spider-Man in any way, right? So the people earlier comparing them, it's like, no. They're different. You may still be playing this after you beat Spider-Man. Like, it's just, you know. Again, regardless of quality, you cannot compare this and Spider-Man. You can't, I mean, you could maybe compare this and Zelda a little bit because of the crafting and all that kind of stuff. But still, I wouldn't compare those two either. Is there going to be a fat boy? Maybe. Maybe like an Easter egg and something. Oh. You can control
Thanks again
gravity.
for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments.
Thanks, Todd.
That only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
Oh, okay.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration.
Yeah,
every
Todd's a
biome
really,
is
I mean,
different.
he's
The
a
word
liar
that comes
in
to
some
mind
regards,
is
but he's a great,
vast.
he seems like a genuinely
I like
good
to use
guy.
our photo mode to take
He's a hype
rock
machine.
star
He knows how
photos.
to get people into it, and
I just love
sometimes
that constant feel
that
of
comes back to
discovery,
bite him.
And wow, I can't
But
believe that there's
it's hard to
more
not
here.
like him.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part
If
is
this game
every
comes
time
out
you
super
step out on
buggy,
a
yeah, that
planet,
would hurt.
it's a
I
unique
think you should hold that against it because I think you should hold it against all these games that are coming out broken. But I think so.
These things are
It
gigantic.
can't come out
It's the
broken.
kind of
This
thing
game
you
needs
just
to
can't get
work
anywhere
at
else.
launch. That's what it
There's
needs to
something
do.
about seeing a tower over in the distance and going.
He is.
I know
He's
the
he's more
gravity's
than
low
Jeff.
Here.
Him
I
and
think I
Jeff
can
are in
make
the
that
same league,
jump.
though.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets.
The day-night cycle,
Those details matter to me.
diplomacy, exploration, freedom.
Yeah, I love the ending. Let's show you the ending. We got it on a sizzle reel.
Robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do.
Is there beaches in this
It's
game?
what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
I mean, I think they nailed it. I think for what they needed to do with Starfield, I think they nailed it. You know, Sony was trying to lock up Starfield for a Sony exclusive. They were. Yep. Five-day early access. Did the oh, I didn't look. I only saw the collectors. Did the deluxe edition have early access? Playing it 5 days early is kind of a big deal, right? Is that September 1st? Which is exactly the same day as that Series S console, by the way. So that was planned like that. Oh, man. 5 day early. That's a lot of days early. If you can only get that through the collectors, I'm going to flip out though, because that's really stupid. Did you guys see it? Pre-order bonus is free. Yeah, the watch looks good. Did any of you guys see it? How you get the 5 day early access? Also difficult for me to read dates because I'm used to day, month. Oh, okay. So it seems like September 1st if you play your cards right. Deluxe did have 5 days. All right, well, I guess if I don't get it as like a review code, which honestly I don't think I will, but I'm gonna try to get it as a review code, then I'm gonna have to do the deluxe. Oh, but Game Pass, then you'd have to actually buy it. Oh no! Oh, they get people like that, don't they? I'll have to think about it. Like a Dragon, Infinite Love. That was great. I mean, oh my god. All right. Well, there we are. I thought that was excellent. That was an excellent show. A lot of third parties, but I thought the third party. And here's the thing, you know, and this is not getting into a console warrior thing, but to compare it to Sony's, what I will say is when you look at the third parties they did versus Sony's, Sony relied, I think, a lot more on one genre, and they also more CG trailers, whereas this was a bit like the Don't Nod one really stands out to me, right? It's a third party. I think it's on Game Pass, right? But it's just very, and it may not be for everybody. I totally get that. But it's a game that you're climbing and it looks different. And that's very different than whatever, another third-party game that they did, Persona, you know? So I think that they had just better, it was the same theme. I think both of them really didn't have too many first-party games to talk about, right? Sony less, but even Microsoft, for how many they have. They both didn't talk about that many first-party games. I think Microsoft just had a little bit more diversity in the third part. And they also had that extra tidbit of most of them are Game Pass, right? So like kind of going after their thing. So yeah, I think if you're separating them, I'd say I'd give it an 8 for the Xbox event and then a 9 for the Starfield. So we'll just do an average 8.5 if we're looking at the whole thing. I think like an 8.5. So yeah, I liked it a lot. At least they actually showed and they showed gameplay. The thing, I mean, like Hellblade was very little gameplay, though. I would dig into them for that one. Compulsion's game didn't have any gameplay. So even though they said that it wasn't, didn't they say that they weren't going to do trailers like that, and they did it anyway for Compulsion's game? Fable looked like there was some stuff that could have been in-game, but also kind of not. So I think they stretched that definition a little bit. So yeah. Because I don't think some of those games had gameplay, did they? Do you think I personally think Activision is holding off on... I think Activision is holding off on Sony announcing like partnerships and certain third-party deals. And then I think for Xbox, potentially for them as well. I think they're just so kind of like into the Activision thing. That's how I kind of read it. And yeah, that was the rumored Star Wars Ubisoft game. So we got that, you know, again, third part, but not Game Pass, but third party, obviously different kind of game. Sony wasn't really trying because their first-party games weren't ready. Yeah, Sony just worries me because of so many live service games, and they've said that in like their business plan. They want live service games. I hate live service games, so that's a little scary. But, you know, yeah, Fable and Hellblade. Hellblade, I do think that first part when she's walking was gameplay, and then it evolves into a cutscene. Fable, I don't think there was like any gameplay, so that was a little odd, wasn't it? All right, guys. Well, I'll probably make a Starfield video, and I'm going to make like 2 videos. I'll try to like pick something kind of maybe different for the third one, but we'll do a Starfield video and then something else. Let me know in the chat if there's anything you want me to specifically cover. I don't think there was really enough to talk about for Fable or Hellblade. It'll be tough. I'll have to try. Maybe the Ubisoft Star Wars game. I don't know. I'll have to pick something. But you guys have to let me know. Scream news? No. Well, the Scream rumor yesterday. I did that video yesterday. There was that rumor right there. Ubisoft should be fun. So tomorrow I will be live again for the Ubisoft Forward event. I believe it starts at 10 a.m. Pacific, I think. So I'll be live at 9 a.m. Pacific. So just so you all know, tomorrow we'll be back for Ubisoft. I'm not going to do Capcom. I'll cover it maybe in a video, maybe like Tuesday morning. But yeah. Okay? I think that's everything. So tomorrow, Ubisoft live stream. We'll watch it together. I'll make some Xbox videos right now. Capcom, I'll be watching it, but I won't be streaming it. And then we'll go on from there. Need an answer for that Like a Dragon game, by the way. All right, guys. Have a nice Sunday, and I'll see you all on the next